OK, Meghan and Harry have hit the headlines once again, this time over reports. They've got a deal worth over $100 million with Netflix to produce, in their words, content that gives hope. So what do we make of all this? Do they deserve this mega payout for turning TV producers? Jane?
No. End of discussion. No, it just irritates the hell out of me. You know, I'm a writer myself. I know that there are so many writers out there, producers, young talent trying to come through that would absolutely love to even get into Netflix's door. Never mind to be given this kind of deal. You know, they have been given this deal because of who they are and not what they have proved they can do. I'm all for it if in 10 years' time they've made lots of programmes themselves, they've done it, you know, and come up quietly and got the deal then. But to be parachuted into such a big deal, I just don't think is good at all for the creative industry as a whole. You know, Ryan Murphy's got a deal with Netflix, Shonda Rhimes has got a deal with Netflix. These are proven, really good creative writers, producers, creators.
I would be shocked. I'd be shocked if they don't use new talent for this. I'd be shocked if, in terms of producers, exec producers, all of those things, I'd be really surprised if they didn't.
I hope so.
Because, I mean, Gloria, as we already know, the Obamas also had a really big deal when it came to Netflix, and their first documentary was born out of some hard work that young, new, up-and-coming producers had done. So they'd supported new talent.
Well, you mentioned Obama, but I'm sure you've been listening to all the lead up to the election. And a lot of people say that Obama long-term didn't actually do that much for America, but that's a different issue. I am not surprised at all, because when you talk about giving hope, I think the $100 million might give Meghan and Harry a bit of hope in the first place. But we always knew that when they went back to America, that Meghan, first of all, did her Disney film, did the voiceover. We knew that commercialism was coming in because, after all, they've left Britain, they've left their old family, so they've got to make the money, and it's inevitable they were going to make their money in some form of commercial way. And I disagree with Jane in a way. I understand about new talent, but you can't blame Netflix for getting Harry and Meghan, because worldwide, that is an immediate attraction. There's nobody who doesn't know who Harry and Meghan are. So they'll watch out of curiosity, never mind.
But does that mean that they have got to be in the programmes? Because that pretty much is what it means to me, because it's all well and good, you know, creating a lot of programmes for Netflix that you're not in. But as we know, at the end of the day, people have got to watch those programmes. They've got to be good programmes. And if you don't have any experience, you've got to employ the people who've got the experience, haven't you?
But that's not necessarily true. The first thing that came off the Obama slate, as Gloria's been talking about, was a documentary in which they didn't feature in at all, and that ended up being Oscar-nominated.
But Obama was president of the United States.
No, I get it, but had no experience making TV programmes, which is your original argument.
I kind of feel I want to listen to what the Obamas have got to say. I'm not quite there yet.
It wasn't their words.
Meghan
The documentary wasn't their words. But in terms of it, you know, the deal itself, Judy, I was talking to some friends about this yesterday, and it feels as though it's like the new book deal, the new way for celebs to make money.
I think, look, at the end of the day, they left the country, they've gone somewhere else, they've set up. It's almost like no matter what they do, they can't do anything right. We know how entertainment stays, how media stays. They've been pushed into media because of all the stuff that's been written about them, that's made them more popular, and now they've been given this deal. Like Obama's, I think the Obamas deserved it, because for him and for Meghan and Harry, hopefully they're going to produce stories that are not usually heard, that for people who are minorities that don't get to speak out, that don't have that platform. That's what I'm hoping for.
Let's go on, and one sec, let's bring Gloria back into this. Go on, Gloria.
Yeah, may I just say, it's what Meghan always wanted. I mean, I loved Meghan coming and marrying Harry, but it became evident quite quickly that what she wanted was to get back to work. So she's got what she wanted in the end. And so I'm not surprised one little bit.
Yeah. And the really, really good news is that they can now pay back the $2.4 million that the British taxpayer paid to refurbish the house that they no longer live in.
I'm not quite sure any of us can say what's in Meghan's mind. Only Meghan knows what's in Meghan's mind.